Hey guys, Rorius here. Welcome back to Rodolpho Broadcast for one final little look into a possible alternative ending. With just me choosing, there's like a 50-50 choice at the end there. I will choose the other option.
Okay, before we suffer through the last... What's that? Seems to be a little kerfuffle in the corridor. One moment.
It's bad, Mum. Not like before, but so much more than we were expecting. And they're better organised this time. Like someone experienced is running things.
Well, we stopped them before, we can do it again. Thank you, Sarah.
One more thing, Mum. Apparently there's chatter about you. I've requested backup, but well, we're stretched pretty thin, Mum.
I received death threats like other people received post. I've learned to take it all with a pinch of salt.
Of course, Mum.
Thank you, Sarah.
That sounded deeply worrying.
Oh, you were used to it. I have.
I don't have to.
Why didn't Bozeman tell you?
Tell us what?
Oh, I'm sure he'll tell you when the time's right. Forget I said anything.
You literally didn't. Going in 10 seconds.
I don't think she likes me very much.
Oh, no, that's just how she shows love. 5, 4, 3.
Alright.
Welcome back to the nightly show where it's time to get a little intimate with the Prime Minister on the couch of chat. Prime Minister, it's great to still have you with us.
Thanks, Megan. Although maybe now's the right time to tell you that you're going to be seeing an awful lot more of me.
Why is that?
Well, I am delighted to announce that starting next week, I will be the new...
Miss Salisbury, could you get ready to accompany me, please? Please remain in place, Mum. This won't take a moment. Please remain in place, Mum. This won't take a moment. Sit rep.
We do apologise to our viewers at home for this unexpected interruption.
I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
Right, understood. Everyone, please remain calm.
How can I help?
Can you clear everyone out of that area? Everyone.
Okay, everyone, if we could just clear away from these studio doors. Yeah, that's right. Just behind the cameras, please.
Do those doors lock?
Right, just behind the cameras.
Is that Colin with the headphones on? Hey, mate, can you lock the doors? Can you not hear me?
Colin!
You can't hear us.
I'll do it.
No, miss, too late.
I'll do it.
I'm law enforcement, load your weapons up!
You two stay at the door, lock it tight and don't let anyone in. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now listen, there's no need for anyone
Sit back down!
Of course, whatever you say.
Are we still alive?
Yes. Yes, we're live.
Good. Good. It's time for some real news. You, mic me up. You. Is it working?
I just need to check.
Is it working?
It's working.
Good. Over there, on your knees. Now. Over there. You, next to him. Move! You, next to him. Move!
You okay, Colin?
Shitty birthday. Not the worst one I've had though.
Let them go, Mr. James. It's me you want.
Don't flatter yourself. You're not the target here. You're just a bonus.
Oh my God, is it me?
We're not here to take out a person. We're not here to take out a person. We're cancelling the whole fucking show. Which camera? Which camera? I know you're watching this. In your vans. Planning your counter-attack. Please, try and control yourselves. Well, I'm sure you know the rest.
Alan, we can talk about this.
Oh, we will. I have a lot of questions.
There's no need for anyone to get hurt.
Where was that attitude during the uprising? You know, the night your thugs killed my friends.
There are innocent people here.
Says the woman who killed 14 million of them. No, I don't feel any great need to answer to you. In fact, get over here.
I don't take orders.
Come here! You move when I tell you to!
This time I might actually catch it live. If it actually happens.
Alan, don't do it. You're not an executioner.
What am I then, eh? You tell me, Megan Wolf, what the fuck am I?
Just a man who's just way in over his head.
Don't patronise me, you smug bitch! I'm not one of your little helpers! Get over here! Kneel beside her! You're just as fucking guilty as she is!
Guilty of what, you fucking psychopath?
All of it! She sat there, smiling, and let it all happen! Jeremy Donaldson died for this programme. And she let it become this. Bread and circuses. Bread and fucking circuses!
Don't you say his name.
I beg your pardon?
I said, don't You say his name. You don't get to do that! You don't get to do that!
You're angry at the wrong person, love. You're angry at the wrong She's the one that killed him. The first victim of her benevolent slaughter, not the last, though.
All I am hearing is crazy.
Then maybe you should hear it from the source. Confess. 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 Fine. Have it your own way.
Stop! For God's sake, stop! Stop! For God's sake, stop!
Answer my questions. Or she dies next. Yep. Then her.
Tell him what he wants to hear. Ask your questions.
Better.
Ask your questions.
First question. How did you actually think this was all going to end?
In a better world.
Bullshit.
In a better world. It's the truth! When we came into power, everything was broken. The system worked for so few. There was hunger and poverty and real pain. But you never saw that, Mr. James, because you were doing just fine, thank you very much. And my side, we were too weak, too meek. It was all good intentions and second chances and playing by the rules. Well, you know where playing fair gets the people at the
I'm gonna do it exactly the same way as I did last time.
Someone
Except
had to be
for the
prepared
tape.
To actually fight, to do what was required. So I did it. Because no one else was going to.
14 million people.
To save the 60 million here. What would you have done? Let us all starve to death?
You should have found another way.
There was no other way.
Is that how Peter Clement saw it?
No other way.
Is that how Peter Clement saw it?
Peter was weak. I loved him more than I have ever loved anyone, but he was soft. He wouldn't have allowed it to happen. And afterwards, he couldn't sleep. It haunted him. I think it would have killed him in the end anyway. But that's on me, Mr. James. What's on you?
We're not discussing me. Didn't you hear? Disrupt died on the night of the uprising.
And how have we been watching you for months?
Watching me?
You're not the only one who knows how to get people on the inside. We knew you'd pop your grubby little head up again, and we've been collecting information just in case you did. There's a recording. A meeting of the so-called Disrupt leadership. Tiny hidden cameras, very high-tech. Perhaps the public should see what your bosses are talking about when there's no one else around.
We have people at the network jamming your signals, messing with your broadcast room. We'll stop you.
We have people too, and they've been doing this an awfully long time. Prepare the footage on screen 4. I guess it's up to the broadcast room.
You in there? You play that footage, she dies.
Play it, Alex. Play the tape. I've seen it. It's important. It's gonna blow us up anyway, so just play the fucking tape. Play the fucking tape.
Let them play that tape.
Duh. It's been showing clips of those two. Ivan.
You know, smoke still rises from some of the wreckage. Apparently it's too dangerous to send in men to put out the fires.
We have all lost that to which we were attached.
5 years, General, and still it burns. That is why this cannot be allowed to happen again.
Then we are all agreed. Once normality returns, we will proceed in a process of sanitization, Viscount.
My estimates suggest that we will need to expunge at least 45,000 in each territory, and if we are to be certain, many hundreds of thousands more. There'll be regional variations, of course, but the numbers will remain surprisingly consistent.
It will be an industrial procedure. We will need facilities.
Undoubtedly.
Oh, my people can deal with that. They're experienced in clandestine construction under challenging conditions.
But it will have to be all of them, General. The intellectuals, the radicals, free thinkers, anyone who does not understand and accept the natural order of existence.
Of course, Jacob. There can be no fertile ground left for these ideas to take root again.
There will be resistance. We should also consider relatives and close friends. They will no doubt have been exposed to dangerous ideologies anyway.
That could be millions of people.
Yes, but we can manage it. I mean, once the processing is up and running, we can streamline it.
You're certain you can manage these numbers, Deb?
Oh, yes, Viscount, possibly more. And then there's the transition centres. They can be easily repurposed.
Well, then, this is marvellous. Marvellous, gentlemen.
There is one other matter to discuss. Our colourful spokesman.
Mr. James. He's useful for now. His appearance works well for us with the common class.
But he'll have to go too, him and all his type.
Oh, yes.
On that I think we can all agree. Let him dance today for the masses who clap and cheer, and then later we cut his strings.
Obviously. The face of the future looks nothing like Mr. James.
Yes. I remember when we had troublesome cadets in a unit, we used to send them on a doomed mission. Gave their relatives something to be proud of, an honourable death of a loved one. Stop them asking some troublesome questions.
An excellent solution. Mr. James is full of passion. Let him consume himself with it.
Shall we turn to the matter of a new curriculum?
Bad choice, Alex. Kill him. Bad choice, Alex. No, wait. Better yet. This is on you.
Songbird down. Repeat, songbird
Once
down.
again, I saw it that time, but
Everybody stop.
people didn't.
Lower your weapons. Lower your weapons. Think about this, Mr. James. No one else needs to die today.
I agree.
No one else needs to die today.
In 4 minutes' time, a helicopter is going to land on the roof of this building. I will be making my way up there and boarding that helicopter. And then I'll be on my way. And as you so observantly pointed out, no one else will need to die here today. I imagine you'll be joining me on the roof.
You know I can't let you leave this room. Alan Stephen James, you are formally requested for dialogue. Under Section 12 of the Mental Health and Antisocial Activity Act, if you refuse to collaborate, I am clinically empowered to intervene. Anything you say can and will be used in efforts towards your betterment.
You're arresting me. Do you not see this?
A palliative advisor will be made available to you at no cost. Do you understand these advantages as I have expressed them to you?
You must be fucking kidding me!
The patient has refused to engage.
You have no power here! If I take my thumb off this trigger...
The patient is a clear and present danger.
What the?
I don't understand.
Centigrade received. Centigrade received. Target neutralized. Headquarters, I can confirm intelligence. The device was sabotaged by person or persons unknown. 4 civilian casualties present, including Songbird. Is anyone else injured? All other hostages traumatized, but otherwise unharmed.
That's weird.
Why are these lights on?
We're broadcasting your live.
Control, I need transmission stopped immediately.
No, you can't just cut the signal. We have to say something. We can't just leave them. We have to say something.
I think everyone's seen more than enough.
Okay. Well, that's weird. that was I wasn't expecting that ending. Once again, that feels like a very strange, like, well, shit. There's no good outcome.
Smashing it up on everyone's tenders, and they wanna kill you.
Hated in the industry. I wonder if these are any different. Nope, that's still the same. But like these might change more if you change the ending a lot more. Yeah. So the only difference really with that ending was that I saved the lives of, you know, a bunch of people in the broadcasting room. Alan died. Sabotaged by people's unknown. It's one of those things where it's like, in the other ending, no one sabotaged it. But like, sabotaging would have had to have happened before. It's weird. It's one of those like deterministic, like, I wouldn't say deterministic, one of those like things where it's like, doesn't matter what, well, depending on what you choose, like, past changes. It's weird. Okay, now, what's this outro gonna be like? This epilogue?
Following the declaration of a state of emergency, General Masters,
Changing
who
the
has
guard.
granted himself extraordinary powers, insists they will only last 6 months. It is believed that political leaders are still being held under house arrest by the military on charges of election rigging, though the General is yet to produce any evidence to support this claim. As clashes between protesters and troops continue in Western Square this evening, I want to once again urge our viewers to stay safe as soldiers begin to patrol our streets, enforcing a curfew.
Oh dear. The military broadcast service? So yeah, that was we got the changing of the guard achievement. Basically with advance party gone, the military took over and it became like a military state. Yikes. But I mean, at least that says a little more about what the outcome than the wacky funhouse outcome. I'm so curious as to what these other endings would look like. Maybe I will try and... Maybe at some point I'll try and get all these. But I think, that'd take a long time. I'd have to go through a lot of the previous part of the game to like see that. What would be really cool is if there was, I've seen a few other games do this where you have, like once you finish the game, you get access to like a timeline mode, like a timeline screen. It'd be like in the archive, I guess. It'd be, if, or you know, like in the extras section, if they had like a screen basically, like all the choices you made and the directions you went, and like how all of them lead to the ending that you get, so that you can see how the other possible endings like would occur. But you'd have to do a multi-layered one for this game because there's lots of different things, like mini outcomes. But like specifically for the 14 different epilogues, it would be nice to see what major decisions you have to make to get those endings. Because I do think weird ones like not having Susie go overseas and therefore not die in the bombings would actually change quite a bit. Because I think that actually changes a certain like dialogue stuff to do with Megan as well. I don't know. It'd be interesting because like I didn't start out with Disrupt in the Disrupt angle. Maybe if I started out in the Disrupt angle, like went straight hardcore Disrupt, it would have been more successful in the ending. But then of course, you know, same deal as you go for like advance at the start, advance at the end, or Disrupt at the start, advance at the end. There'll be all sorts of different endings, and so yeah, I'd love to be able to see like a really crazy web of different options and like what decisions end out with what outcomes. That would be my one request. For me, like the completionist type to take the endeavor of going and finding all the different endings. I'd want an interface like that, a web interface that shows all the different tangents. Because if you need to change something early on to get like a very different outcome, I'd want to know that in advance, so I'm in advance. I want to know that in advance, so I don't have to like just stumble upon them, you know. Anyway, that'll do it for Not For Broadcast on the channel. If you've liked the series, it seems like a lot of people have, hit that like button. If you want to see more from me, then subscribe. Check the links, hit the bell, hit the share to share the series, and I'll see you in the next episode of whatever we do.